Hey, what is up? Welcome back to 12 Days of Cathmas. I hope you are having a lovely week celebrating holidays with family and friends if you are choosing to celebrate any of them. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my favorite makeup products of 2019, and I'm doing this try on style because I just think it's really fun to actually show you guys why I like the products. This one's like a little different from maybe other people's favorite product of 2019. There were a lot of categories where I just like didn't even buy anything in that category this entire year. So in that case, I just showed you what I did reach for the most in that category this year, and I tried to like pull it together as a nice cute little holiday-esque look, so maybe I can strike some inspiration for you, and I just wanted to like fit the theme and the vibe of this time of year. If you're new here, I'm currently running a giveaway that will be linked down below so you can check out all the details if you'd like to enter, and I would love to have you subscribe. Posting videos 12 days in a row, so I have lots of new content coming your way, and it would be really fun to have you join me for that. I'm gonna go ahead and jump in because this is gonna be a little bit of a longer video. So if you want to go grab a snack, get some popcorn or a nice coffee or peppermint bark, that's a holiday thing, right? Yeah, go grab that and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, before I get started with any of the makeup application, I'm gonna put on a primer. This is something that I don't want this to be a favorite product of mine. Like, I really hate that I like this so much because it's expensive. It's not that expensive, but it's expensive for me. I mostly buy affordable products, and like if I buy an expensive product or like a mid-range product, it's like I've done a lot of research on it and I genuinely think I'm gonna like it, and like I truly think it's worth the money. This is the Touch in Sol Glassy Skin Balm, and I got this in a BoxyCharm. I love this. It's $32 for 1 ounce of product, and you go through it so quickly because it's 1 ounce of product, and it's like a moisturizer pretty much. Like I got this in October, but it's just like, I don't know how to explain it. It like turns into this sort of like watery, like it's super emollient on the skin. Like you can see just that gorgeous sheen it leaves. And I just find it like it sits on your skin for like a hot second and then it just sinks in and you're feeling ultra hydrated. Especially like I put this over top of moisturizer. So once I have this and my moisturizer on, my skin feels so good. And I love how it smells. If you don't like fragrant products, you won't like this. But I love how it smells. I love how it feels. Like, I have not found anything that has anywhere near like a similar texture to this. If I was actually using this as much as I wanted to, this would be gone in less than a month, I guarantee it. But I'm like trying to conserve it because it's expensive. I'm just priming my eyes with my normal Milani eyeshadow primer. My absolute favorite palette of 2019 may or may not come as a surprise to you. It's the ColourPop Bare Necessities palette. So normally I wouldn't put a palette that I like just got into a like entire year favorites video, but because it's ColourPop, it's my favorite brand, and I have done lots of looks with this. Like I know I love the formula. Like I already know this formula to know that I love it. So I'm more basing this off of the color scheme. Like I've said a billion times now, I've just been super into neutrals lately, and I really like that this is one palette with an entire range of neutrals like warm, cool, berry, dusty rose, oranges, true brown neutrals, all in one place, all in my favorite formula. Endless looks. Like I just know this is going to be the thing that I reach for a ton in 2020 because that like soft glam neutral look is just the thing. So because of that, this is my favorite palette. I do have some honorable mentions though. The runner-up from ColourPop is the Sweet Talk palette. I've been raving about this all year long. I've used this a ton. I love the peachy tones in here. I love peach eyeshadows. The main reason that this lost over the Bare Necessities palette is that this has the 2 pressed glitters in it. I'm so sick of the pressed glitters. I've ranted about it a bajillion times, so I'm not going to keep doing it. But I was so happy that the Bare Necessities palette didn't have pressed glitters in it. So ultimately, like, that's what made it win over this, because I think this does have, like, there's so much you can do with this. It's so pretty. And third runner up is probably really surprising, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Jackie Aina palette. This is one that I wasn't even going to get. I saw it and I was like, it's cute, but I just like, I feel like every Anastasia palette I've gotten as of late, I'm like, I like it, but I don't love it. And if I'm gonna buy an expensive palette, I wanna love it. And then I just kept seeing people create gorgeous looks with this. I was like, okay, maybe I do want it. And then Amy Loves Makeup was decluttering this, and I was like, hey, if you want to sell this, I'll buy it. And I love it. I think you can make gorgeous, gorgeous looks with it. I have made gorgeous looks with it. This red shade in here, beautiful. This like rose gold shade, oh my god, it's so gorgeous. It's so soft and so textured on the eye. I love that you have the purples in here and like the very nice warm tones. This is a gorgeous palette, and it's like, it's the true Anastasia formula, so I really like it. And the only reason this isn't number one is just the price. It is a $42 or $44 palette, and there are less shades in here, and I just think you can do so much more with the Bare Necessities palette because you have so many shades in there, and I do love the ColourPop formula so much. So I'm going to start out setting my eyeshadow with Full Expose and In the Buff, the two matte shades in here. This palette is also like what I kind of got back into setting my eye primer with. It's something that I hadn't done for so long because like no one else was doing it, and I was like, okay, well if no one else is doing it, there has to be a reason. And if I'm doing a colorful look, I still am not setting it because it helps those colors really pop, but I really like how it looks set when you're doing more like neutrals and you want it to be very nice and blended. I'm gonna start out with this shade Hot Gossip on the same BH number 11 brush. Honestly, I just want to become a famous beauty guru simply so I can collaborate with BH Cosmetics and be like, hey y'all, please bring this brush back, and do like a brush set that's just like 5 of these brushes because it's so good. And like there are similar shaped brushes on the market, but like this one is just perfect for transition shades. It makes it so easy, like it does the work for you. Like I'm not doing anything, I'm just like blah, blah, blah. Okay, and I'm now gonna go into the shade Velveteen, which is a cool tone medium brown, and I'm using a BH Studio Pro number 5. And I have a compact. That would be like my one complaint about this palette, is that there's not a mirror in it, but I also like with a palette that size, the mirror would cost more money, so it would probably significantly raise the price of the palette. And I like the price point like where it's at. I feel like 34 bucks for 30 shades is good, but if they went any higher than that, it would like really not fit in with the rest of the brand. And like I really only want a mirror on my palettes when I'm filming. Like I have this like nice like freestanding little mirror on my desk, and I use that when I'm not filming. It's just that when I'm filming, like I need to be in the frame obviously, so I can't just like bend forward and be like, hello mirror. Like you wouldn't be able to see what I was doing. So this is just going all up in the crease. I was gonna use my e.l.f. eye tapes. I completely forgot. Oh well. We'll just wipe it off with my micellar water, even though I'm almost out of cotton pads. Alright, now I'm going to take this Coastal Scents Pro Fluff brush, and I'm going into Mostly Taboo, which is this like deep neutral, maybe slightly warm brown, and just a tap or two into Baubles, which is like a very cool tone brown, but it has just a touch of glitter in it. And I'm tapping off the excess because these are dark shades, and I'm mostly doing like back and forths in the outer corner like this. I just like to do like a little circular motion sort of thing, and then once that's like placed down and there's not so much on the brush, then I'm gonna do like little light windshield wiper motions going into the crease. God, it's like 4:15 and it's literally pitch black outside. That's so depressing. I hate it. And I'm just taking the BH Studio Pro number 5, and I'm swirling that around the edge to help tie the browns together. I think that's like my favorite thing about like when you have a palette like this and there's like tons of browns, you can just like really work with the gradient so they're all like smooth and you're really getting like the color range and gradient that you want. Because it's like if you have like a taupe and a dark brown in a palette, like you can also blend those together, but it's just like it's either going to take more blending or it's not going to be as smooth. Versus with this, like I have like 4 browns on the eye to like really get the look that I want. This is totally a palette where if it came out a year ago, I may have like not even purchased it because I'd have been like, oh, neutrals, boring. And now I'm like, oh, neutrals, perfect. Alright, and now I'm taking this Sigma E45 brush. This is like my one Sigma eye brush. Actually, no, I have one other Sigma eye brush. I'm going into Spyglass, which is this black shade. Tapping that off. And I'm putting this in the outer corner. This is such a good brush for putting dark shades in your outer corner, because it just has that like point, so you can really get that like winged shape going on, which I have been loving for more glam looks lately. And I'm just taking that Coastal Scents brush and doing little back and forth motions at the edge of that and at the top. Putting just a touch of black on here because for some reason there's more black on my right eye than my left. I just had like the strangest desire to just take this black and pack it all over the lid and do like a neutral smoky eye, but that wouldn't really fit the other videos I have planned today, so I'm gonna just stick with the original look I had planned. But now I'm so curious as to what that would look like. Okay, I bought 3 concealers in 2019. I keep wanting to say 2017. I don't know why I'm like living in a time warp right now. I genuinely like all of them. I got the ColourPop Pretty Fresh concealer, the e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer, and the CoverGirl True Blend concealer. CoverGirl's probably my least favorite one out of them, but it's still a really good concealer. I think I'm gonna do the ColourPop Pretty Fresh to carve out my cut crease. What I like about this for cut creases is that since it's a hydrating concealer, it doesn't dry super matte, so you get that like slightly tacky finish for when you're putting your shadows over it, and it kind of like helps them stick and really pop. Over top of this, I'm going to put Doll Hour, which is this lightest champagne shade in the palette. I might like mix in one of the gold shades, but I'm going to see how just this looks first. I have a feeling this is going to be like very nice. So I'm using this flat end of the Naked brush. That's so fun. Okay, and then just kind of help this transition into the brown. I'm just dipping my finger into the talk. I'd almost describe this as like a peachy gold shade. And I'm just kind of popping that on the center of the lid. I can't decide if I want to go into this like true gold shade or not. It's like gonna kind of change the vibe of the look. Yeah, I'm also gonna go into Genie. That was like the worst angle I could have possibly shown of my face on the internet. And I'm just gonna kind of tap that and be like super gentle because I don't want it to be like overpoweringly gold. I like the champagne vibes for the holidays. Alright, and I'm taking that Coastal Scents brush again, and I'm back in that shade Blue. Oh my god, Charlotte. She like has to sit under my camera while I'm filming, but there's like not room for her right now, so I don't know what she's trying to achieve. So I'm taking Taboo and I'm just going nice little back and forth motions. And I'm just going to do a little bit of eyeliner. This is the Tarte Double Take eyeliner. Tarte eyeliners, like I don't know what it is, but they're just the best in my opinion. I'm gonna pop on some lashes. I'm gonna do that off camera because A, I suck at lashes, so it's always a process, and B, like, I don't actually have favorite lashes. I just want to do lashes with this look, so. And I have the hiccups, so it's a really good time for a break. Before I do foundation, I'm gonna use another primer. This one like is just hands down like the best primer of 2019. e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I actually don't remember, did this launch at the end of 2018 or did this not even launch till 2019? I don't know, I didn't get it until 28. Keep messing up my ears. I definitely didn't get this until 2019 because this kept being sold out. Honestly, I think it still is like consistently selling out on e.l.f.'s website, but it's like, this is, first of all, it's just like, it's a good product, like standalone good product, but it's literally an exact dupe for the Tatcha Silk Canvas. Like, even people who like only use luxury makeup on YouTube have like agreed. So, and like I got a sample of the Tatcha Silk Canvas once just because I like wanted to know, and like this fully is the same thing. And it's $8 freaking. And it's so nice because it's like, I'm one of those people who it's like, I like, for like primers and skincare and stuff, like I like to use a lot. Like I have to use a lot to feel like it's actually doing something. And like with the Tatcha Silk Canvas, it's like, oh, you only need a grain of rice size. And I was like, that's a lie. Like I need like a dime size at least. And when it's $8, you don't have to like feel guilty or stressed or use less than you actually want to, because it's super affordable. And if you run out, like I'm not gonna like have a conniption if I run out of this and need to buy it again. I bought 3 foundations in 2019, and again, like I genuinely liked them all. I got the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation, the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Skin Tint, and the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter. I really like all of these, and I like all of them for different reasons. If I had to pick a least favorite, it would probably be the Anastasia one. I think it's just like slightly less long lasting for what it is. The ColourPop one isn't like that long lasting either because it's more of a skin tint, but I probably would rank the Anastasia one lowest. And then between the ColourPop and the Fenty, like I can't really pick between them because I like them for such different reasons. The Fenty one is my favorite like high coverage foundation, and then the ColourPop skin tint is just like super comfortable, nice, very light, maybe medium coverage. I can wear it on days when I don't really like want to wear makeup or don't really feel like having stuff on my face, because sometimes I just like there's just days where I just don't want to feel like I have something on my face, or I feel like it's going to be uncomfortable to wear makeup all day, and I'm still comfortable wearing this on those days. For the sake of brand diversity in the video, I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty foundation. This had like dubious reviews on Sephora. I think like last time I checked it had 3.5 stars. So I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with that. I'm the shade 185 in this, and it's like a perfect match for me. Like perfect. Are you kidding me? And I think that's part of why I like it so much too, is it literally is like, this is the best foundation match I think I've ever owned in my entire life. So that was one pump, and I just did like half a pump more. This does have like a scent to it. If you're fragrance sensitive, this might not be the one for you. I'm putting this on with the Luxie Round Top Blender, the 532. This is like a nice, it's like slightly rounded but has really dense bristles, so it's really good for blending foundation. This is one that I can do brush or sponge with, which is rare. I think I have a video coming up where I just go over my perfect base routine, so I go over that in a little bit more detail. Every time I wear this, I'm like, holy shit, my skin looks amazing. And I recommended this to my friend Sam, and he was like sending me pictures of it, and he's like, oh my god, like there's no Facetune, like that's just my skin with this foundation on. Like he loved it so much too. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. I feel like y'all have seen me use the ColourPop Pretty Fresh one enough, and I do really like this one. It is super long lasting, like very under eye perfecting. I'm gonna mix these shades. So I have medium peach, which is not medium. Like I don't know in what world this is medium. This is so pale. That's like my one gripe about this foundation, or not foundation, concealer, is like it's very obviously made to be like a highlighting concealer, and I feel like as a society we're moving away from that, and we want like a little bit more of a natural look nowadays. So the fact that like these all come in super light shades is like kind of odd. Like this is Tan Walnut, which is supposed to be like a true medium shade, and like it's not. I'm gonna blend this with an AOA Studio Wonder Teardrop sponge. This is a $1.55 sponge. Y'all have seen me use this a ton. It's so great. Like, it's super nice, soft, like high quality. I will forever repurchase this and forever recommend this. Like, I can recommend this to someone with 100% confidence because it's $1.55. Like, you literally can't beat that. Like, I have other sponges that I really love, but they're not $1. So I'm gonna use my Milk Makeup Blur Powder. I've really just been alternating between this and the Joa Selfie Ready Setting Powder in Peach. Like, those are both just really good powders to me. I am curious to try the Fenty setting powder. I think if I use this up, I will get the Fenty powder. I don't like the net on this. I think making like nets on your powders is super annoying. Like, just put a sifter in. So I literally just cut a hole in mine. Oops. But I like this powder because it adds a little bit of coverage. So when I'm doing a look like today where I am going like full coverage, it really ties in well with it. And this, combined with using the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer underneath, literally like pores like I don't even have them, like they're gone. So whenever I do setting powders, I just like press them into my under eye and the T-zone area, and that's it. My eyebrows, this also should come as zero surprise. e.l.f. Instant Brow Lift Pencil. Again, this is not something that I bought for the first time in 2019. I don't think I bought any new products for my brows in 2019. And it's just like, this is a $2 brow pencil. It matches my brows really well. And it just like, it does the job. You know what I mean? Like, it's so hard to like I can't even imagine finding a pencil more expensive than this and like thinking it's worth the money when this works so well and it's $2. And I like to set this with my ColourPop Brow Boss Gel. This is also just like eternal holy grail product, probably. This is the soft black one, and I also really like it in just plain clear. Just adds so much definition to the brow, really locks it in place, isn't flaky, and is super duper affordable. And then blush, I've literally been holding this the entire time. This is the ColourPop Frisky Business Blush. So here's the tea on this. I have really liked this LA Girl blush for a long time. This is the Just Natural blush. The tea though is that my first one broke. So whatever, I bought a second one. This one shattered the first week I had it because I bought it and immediately went home and it shattered on the airplane. I was like, okay, obviously this isn't a stable blush, but I love the color. This is so similar and it hasn't shattered. This is probably a little more of an orangey peach and this is a little more of a pinky peach, but the effect is virtually the same. This is the clear winner. This has a mirror in it. The plastic packaging hasn't broken. So this is basically just like a $3 more expensive version of my like longtime favorite blush. It looks so nice. I love peachy blushes. I don't know if peach really is like the vibe for this particular look, but like whatever. I actually did buy this year, but the concept is like I've been using some form of a NYX blush for contour for forever. This is the Sweet Cheeks blush in So Taupe, and I really like applying this with an angled brush. This one's from Morphe. I just like, it's just a really good, nice, cool toned. It creates a natural shadow on your face if you have like fair skin. I recommended this to my sister's friend as well, and she also likes it according to my sister. So yeah, it's like, it's just a go-to for me. NYX is always like changing the actual blushes that they sell, but they always have like one in some form of taupe, and I always use it. I only bought one highlighter in 2019, and it's the ColourPop stick highlighters. And it's like, I like these, but I don't like these enough to really consider them a favorite. I like the cream blushes a lot more than the cream highlighters, and it's like, this is such a similar shade to Flexitarian, the Super Shock highlight, and I like the formula of the Super Shock highlight so much better. So this is the stick highlighter in Star Bright. That's flexitarian. Like, see, there's no color difference, and I like the formula of the Super Shock better. What I'm gonna do again is just use what I've been reaching for this whole year. So ColourPop Flexitarian, duh. I guess this does kind of count as one that I bought in 2019 because I did repurchase this in 2019, even though I tried this for the first time like forever ago. And it's so weird because I've tried a couple of ColourPop's other Super Shock highlights and they just haven't like done it for me. Like, there's something about this specific shade that has like the pearlized finish that just really, really works. And then when I'm doing a more glamorous look and want like a more intense glowy base, I like to layer a loose highlighter over top of the cream highlighter. This is my Holy Grail loose highlighter. This is Kylie Cosmetics Santorini. It's like 16 bucks. I've had this for a year and a half and I don't think I'm running out anytime soon. So this is honestly really great value in my opinion. And it's like a really similar like icy champagne shade to Flexitarian. I like applying this with like a round fluffy highlighting brush. This one is from Morphe. And like really just swirling it over where I want it. It gives you like, it's super intense, but then like because you can apply it with that like swirled out motion, it just looks like super nice on the skin. And I'm actually just gonna put a teeny bit of that on my inner eye as well before we finish up the rest of my eye. Alrighty, under eye time. Going in with this liner brush into Spyglass. So I'm really putting this up like right along the lashes. Then I'm going to take this Luxie 111 and go into a Velveteen, which we used 80 years ago in the crease. And I'm just really gently running that along. And now I'm setting. I never really like, setting sprays are like whatever to me, but I have been liking the ColourPop Pretty Fresh one. It does give like a nice luminous finish. And it's, if my skin's feeling dry throughout the day, I can spritz this and it like feels nice and soothing. But it's like, I don't know, setting sprays are just so like whatever, you know? I haven't put mascara on yet after doing my lashes, and it doesn't really matter because I have the lashes on. You can't really see the full effect of it, but I freaking love this Milani Dangerous Lengths mascara. I picked this up at Target like sort of on a whim because they had like a mascara sale. I got it for $6. I think it's normally like 10 or whatever. So this is the Dangerous Lengths. So good. It's so good. It's like the perfect combination of lengthening, volumizing. You can really get that like feathery look with it. I do have to scrape the excess off of the brush, but that's like normal. I think like any mascara look that I've done since like at least before Thanksgiving, like anytime I don't have lashes on, this is the mascara that I have on. So if you want to like see what it's like without lashes, you can watch like any of my videos since Thanksgiving. It's just so pretty, so pretty. It's like, it's honestly incredible. I feel like it's so slept on because they released like 5 mascaras at once, so like no one was paying attention to any individual one. But this is such a good mascara. Alright, and then for my lips, I am not like huge on lipstick for numerous reasons. I feel like liquid lipsticks are like really hard to apply well, and they like look all crackly and dry as you go throughout the day. And it's also just like I have really big lips, and I feel like doing like lipstick just really like, it just automatically makes the lipstick the focus of the look, which I don't really like. I really like lip glosses. So I'm obsessed with this e.l.f. Juicy Jelly Pop lip gloss. This is the shade Cherry Pop, and I also have Watermelon Pop. I cannot believe that this is a limited edition product. Like, I think you can still get this at Ulta, but like this is one they're like for sure not bringing it back once it's discontinued, and I think that's a crime. It's so like, it just gives your lips that, you'll see in a second. I'm applying red lip liner first because I want this to be like a little bit of a more like holiday. I really want to emphasize the red in it. It's kind of more of like a lip tint without. it's lip gloss time now. Like, that's just so shiny and gorgeous. And this is one where like it does have that slight tint to it, but if you're not doing it over a lip liner, it's really just going to be super subtle, so it almost functions as like a clear lip gloss but with just like a little bit of oomph to it. And then special mention, I also reach for this ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in Flying Horses a lot. It's almost out. Super gorgeous. Anytime I have like a pinky nude lip gloss on, that's what that is. I also use the ColourPop Clear Lip Balm, and it's like the coconut lip balm a ton. If I have like a true just clear very slight sheen onto my lips, that's what that is. That's in my backpack right now. Those are kind of the 3 lip gloss products that I'm like super in love with. So this is the final look using my favorite products of 2019. I hope this was enjoyable and fun for you to recap what I enjoyed. I would love to hear what your favorite products are of the year down below, that you got this year, that you've been reaching for a lot this year. Definitely feel free to share. Everything that I used on my face will be linked down below if you're interested in checking any of it out. I hope you're enjoying 12 Days of Cathmas, and happy holidays if you're celebrating any holidays around this time of year. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that I will see you in my next video, which will be tomorrow. Bye guys!